welcome gamers to another amazing episode of Painting Happy Little Minis. I'm your host Rick, and I've got our special guest Mia today.
Hi guys.
You can find her on Twitter at, what is it, The Real...
Anamia Official.
Anamia Official. And you need to go over there today because she posted up, we shot some video content earlier today, and she posted up a cool blooper video. Go check that out.
So bad.
And then on the far side over there...
Oh, so far out.
That guy.
Hi, I'm Dave.
Who is wearing an amazing Star Wars shirt today. It is glorious.
I think I've worn it before. I have a very limited number of t-shirts.
Yeah, you're not wearing Star Wars themed here.
Oh yeah, you both are wearing
You've
Star
missed
Wars.
that. No.
Oh well.
Next time.
Nope.
Next time.
No, if I had a shirt that would fit me in a Star Wars theme,
They
I would
make
wear
them in
it.
your size. Or at least Wookiee costumes.
That's true. I could wear a Wookiee
Cosplay
costume.
as a Wookiee.
That'd be
I
awesome.
should as a like a bounty hunter Wookiee. Yes.
For a second there, I thought you were going to say bartender Wookiee.
Or a
Oh, that'd be
bartender
cooler,
Wookiee.
actually.
Yeah, that'd be really cool.
That whole bunch of different shots.
No,
of your
no, I
bandolier.
don't want any vodka.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, on the
Great idea,
bandolier?
yeah.
Yeah, that would be kind of
Totally
cool.
do that.
Office party.
Wow, something's going down. Dragon Con. All right. So today we're going to be painting some Dark Souls minis. We've got some of the heroes. I think almost all of the heroes are represented, I think. I've got two of them. I believe you have one, and you have one. And then a couple of the, like,
a zombie knight, yeah.
bad guy knight soldier things. So,
Is that what they're called? Is that their technical
I don't know what their technical name is because the box is at my house because I've actually been painting some of the bigger miniatures at my house.
Yep.
But I left these here, so I don't remember the off the top of my head. So if you've played Dark Souls and you know, please correct me as I enjoy being corrected on the regular because I'm never right.
So there's bigger ones.
Yeah, they have big. You've actually painted a Dark Souls miniature.
Oh, is it the one with the tentacles in
Yeah,
it?
and the maw thing.
Oh,
yeah.
that thing was cool.
Yeah.
Definitely.
So I am going to share this as I usually do. And I'm going to let these two take over, talking about whatever they want to talk about. What do you guys want to hear?
I'm gonna pick out some
colors?
colors, some flesh. They always have like the best names on these. Like I love Babe Blonde. It's just like super
Yes.
blonde.
That's a scary color, actually.
I have barbarian flesh.
And pretty much like
there you go.
every model that I've painted over the last few weeks, I'm going to start with silver.
What?
I know. Take that. Take that. convention.
Inappropriate.
Yeah, I don't want to do this one. Although
What, inappropriate painting behavior?
It's not fair.
Corpse Pale.
Oh, well, that sounds good.
Oh, there we go.
Yes.
Good choice.
So one will have gotten sun and the other one will have not gotten any sun.
Makes sense.
Are you going to paint the corpse pale on the hero?
Yeah, or no, I was gonna do that.
You should totally do that.
Yeah, there you go.
I also am doing silver first.
Oh, you're doing silver as well?
Uh-huh.
Oh, with your,
On the armor pieces.
is that like a crazy barbarian?
Yeah, this one looks like a barbarian with a long arm, like a long pole axe.
Yep.
But he's carrying it with one hand, and a shield. So this guy is just a
Yes.
beast.
I think the one that you've got, Mia, has got a
Yeah,
this is spear and
giant spear, yeah.
giant spear and a shield.
And the cape. I got it for the cape.
Nice fashion.
Good choice.
Yes.
Mine's just rocking the sword two-handed,
Oh, there we
but
go.
with also with a shield,
Shield on his
back.
back.
So it's like it's gonna focus in. There we go.
Whenever I paint these with you guys, I feel like I need like a magnifying glass. Like I feel like I'm old and I need like a monocle and
Yes, because squinting through a piece of glass is the way to go. All
What
the time.
it's funny is at my house, and why I take some stuff home and paint is because I do enjoy using my magnifier,
Okay.
my ring light magnifier.
Yep.
That is just glorious.
You should bring that in sometime.
What?
Yeah.
And instead of having the close up like you have on there, have my ring light magnifier
Yeah.
to do my painting. Yes.
Yep. That and a GoPro.
I just imagine Rick at home painting like the Monopoly man.
Well, you know.
I imagine Rick everywhere looking like the Monopoly.
Just
And
something
that's
to
why
wear
I
with a
have
top
these
hat.
individuals here on the show is because of that.
Just keep you honest.
Keep me honest, and also because the digs. You guys are pretty good at it. Because Lord knows I don't look like the monocle man from Monopoly. I look like
I mean, you could.
I look like Santa Claus right now. Minus like if this was all white, I would be Santa Claus.
Yeah.
Do you want to come in with my cosplay stuff? We can make you look like the guy from Monopoly.
What?
You have a
Yes.
cosplayer here.
That's
it can
true.
happen.
Definitely.
But now I'm just thinking about this whole bartender Wookiee thing.
I think it's the way to go.
That's an incredible like Dragon Con idea.
I agree. Instead of a bowcaster, have a shot slinger.
Yep. That'd be the way to go.
Have you ever been to Dragon Con, Dave?
I have never been to Dragon Con.
Man, it's so fun.
Prepare yourself.
There's a one of the things that I do like that I have read about Dragon Con is the folks who cosplayed as the carpet from one of the hotels.
Yeah, my
Yes,
friends did that.
that was a big deal.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. They actually made the file and got it all like printed out,
Yeah.
and it was amazing.
That was just such a cool idea. Such a fantastic
Yeah.
something that I've been reading about Dragon Con for a while and reading about the carpet, and then it's like a couple of years later, it's like, oh, that is such a cool idea.
Well, it's funny, and then
I'm sure
they,
it's something that's very Dragon Con.
well, they changed out the carpet
Yeah.
like 2 years
2
ago.
years at- yeah, two-
and they
and
were
it was-
selling pieces of the actual carpet, so you could buy the carpet. So like my friends have it in their house, so they have part of the Dragon Con carpet, and I'm like, I don't want to know what's been spilled on that.
A lot of people got like a 1 foot by 1 foot square.
Yeah.
And then framed it, as
That's
memory
a cute idea.
in memoriam to the carpet.
This is where I dropped my drink. Dragon Con 2017.
And for those of you that don't know, the big deal with the carpet was it was this weird like psychedelic 60s pattern setup. And someone actually, a couple people at one year cosplayed as like army men dressed in that, and they were crawling around the floors.
Yep.
Like they would blend into the carpet on the floor. And the hotel got upset.
Was it the hotel or was it like the designer?
I think it was the designer of it,
designers,
yeah.
and they were like cease and desist and all this other stuff, and then the next year it was like even more people showed up. They're like, "Oh, you tell us what to do, f off."
You
I
can't
don't
sue
think
all
so.
of us.
Yeah. And then they went and changed the carpet.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's a shame.
I feel like Dragon Con made that carpet famous, though.
They
Like,
really did.
who else has a famous carpet as a hotel?
Apart from The Shining.
Oh,
Oh,
that's
yeah.
true. Okay, you got me on that one.
The
But I can't think of any others.
Yeah.
the hotel we're talking about too is the Marriott downtown
Oh, in Atlanta.
in Atlanta, and you can see it in the scene from Spider-Man. It wasn't actually, I don't believe it was actually in the movie, but it was part of the commercial setups where the vulture's coming down from the point of view, like you're looking up at the inside of the hotel,
Okay.
and it's got that really cool like
Oh, yeah.
background to the shot, and he's coming down out of the sky, and that's inside the Marriott.
Okay.
I did not know.
Yeah, it's super awesome. It's also where the Pulse is, the main bar that everybody kind of gravitates towards and hangs out at.
Right.
It's a fun con, but my liver can't handle it anymore.
Nice.
I call it Mardi Gras for geeks.
Yeah.
It is. I refer to it as, I refer to like San Diego Comic-Con is prom.
Okay.
And then you go there and everybody's, dressed up and whatever. The cosplays are pretty good, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then New York Comic-Con is like homecoming. It's a little bit less formal than what San Diego kind of portrays itself as. But Dragon Con is Halloween with 80,000 of your best friends hanging out at your drunken uncle's backyard barbecue. That's just
I can
what it
see
is.
that.
That's kind of crazy.
Yes. And the parade, the cosplay parade is so
I've never
fun.
woken up early enough to watch the parade. I've been to Dragon Con 3 times. I've
Hence
never.
that liver comment, right?
Yeah. I've never woken up early enough to see the parade.
I actually took some footage and photos and stuff of it this past year, of the parade. It was pretty cool because that was the first time I had actually gotten up for it too. Or I'm usually in the dealer hall, set up in the dealer hall, so I didn't. I'd never been able to be out to watch it because I didn't have like any staffing or anything with me to watch the booth. But yeah, it's super cool.
I have to ask then, what time is the?
It's like 9:30 or 10
Oh,
a.m.
okay, sure. Yep.
So,
Which is too early for a drinking con.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
oh, and you can tell too the people in the parade that were out the night before. Oh, it is just perfect. All right, let's see if my phone's being agreeable now, and I can communicate with all of our folks watching.
All right, let's see. Some brush options.
It's not being very agreeable.
What's it doing?
I really ought to wear my glasses with this.
Yeah.
It's taking a long time.
It's like everyone
to
just
load
sees me and
up.
I'm like this.
You're all like super close up.
I feel like a granny when I paint.
Okay, thanks. Whoop.
Well,
You can tell
now you're watching it.
There we go. Thanks, Johnny. Yeah, my phone's just not playing ball today. Uh-oh. Hey, Tim. Hey, Chantel. And Drew and Kurt. Oh, Jesus.
Is everybody in there?
Kurt says, hi, Mia. Oh, and then his next is, oh, hi, Rick and Dave.
Hey.
What's up, James?
Hey.
Everybody's in the house. Cool. All right, guys. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Yeah, so we're doing some Dark Souls minis today, and they just look amazing.
They're really detailed.
Yeah. These are by Steamforged Games.
Steam Forge Games.
So they also do Guild Ball, and what else do they do?
Did they do a Kickstarter for it? I think they did for Resident Evil 2.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
A
cool.
board game based on that. That was their last one, latest one.
Okay.
Okay, so here's my question.
Yep.
What color would you do the sleeves? Is that still a continuation of the
I think
armor, you think?
No, I think it's a
No?
good.
Hey,
It
Tim.
looks like a
Like a-
padded.
yeah?
Yeah,
Okay.
sort of padded jerkin kind of thing.
Yeah, so the minis are from Dark Souls. I'm going to go ahead and put this one up there. It's the female
Yep.
paladin, I believe. Her hero. We're basically painting the heroes and a few of the like zombie warriors as well.
Yeah. I think basically over the next couple of months, we're going to end up painting all of your Dark Souls set, aren't we?
Probably.
Yeah.
It's like between this and the D&D minis,
Yep.
kind of like fallbacks. Because when you get a board game that has a ton of miniatures,
Yep.
like this one and Massive Darkness,
Right.
you know, we will always come back around.
Is there?
Do you know when Rising Sun is coming out?
So
Simon? That's going to be soon.
it better be. I backed it. No, it's supposed to be delivered.
so we'll be painting your copy of Rising Sun as well.
What are you talking about? But I backed it, and it should be here in March or so.
Cool.
I think. But so there's a couple other games that are coming out that are really cool that I'm looking forward to painting too.
Yeah.
Hey, Johnny, can you go grab Jerome real quick, please?
Do you know, is there like a copper color?
A copper, yeah, absolutely. So there's
that's-
bronze and gold.
Ooh, bronze would
and
work.
Bronze.
I feel like he needs kind of like a dirty bronze shield.
There's true copper.
I think tin's good.
Oh no.
Oh yeah, there we go.
Brassy brass is there as well.
Tinny tin.
Tinny tin it
Tinny
is.
tin tin.
So yeah, I was gonna have Jerome come in because we're getting a copy of a game from
Oh no.
Asmodee, which is like stuffed animals
Okay.
that are. It's a board game with stuffed animals that are there.
But are they hard plastic miniatures representing
Yes.
stuffed animals? Okay.
Yes.
I was going to say, how are we going to paint these stuffed animals?
I did not mean to
Yeah.
have that much come out, but it just kind of
Off the top of my head, I cannot, for the life of me, remember what the name of the game was because I wasn't, thinking about talking about it.
Sure.
But that one,
Stuffed Fables?
Stuffed Fables,
Right.
is the name of the game. Thank you, Johnny. That's why we have him, ladies and gentlemen.
Keeping us all on track.
multi-talented.
But yeah, Stuffed Fables will be one that we'll be doing as well,
Okay.
which will be a blast. And Carrie says thank you, Dave, for the miniatures
Okay, cool.
that we
Yeah.
did, where we painted her Fallout board game from Fantasy Flight.
I was going to say, she couldn't possibly be saying thank you for...
For mine, no.
No, for the photos that I was supposed to send her. Because I haven't sent those yet.
Oh, jeez.
Look at that. But, that reminds me. Yeah, did you go to MagFest?
I did not, but
Oh.
I believe
I
Mia
did for a
Oh,
little
you
bit.
did? Cool. How
Yeah.
was it?
It's fun. I like it because it's the same location as Katsucon. So, you have a great location, lots of things spread out, but it's not as jam packed.
Okay.
So it's actually really nice. It's relaxing and fun, and all my friends were up till all hours playing video games. And apparently, someone ordered $700 worth of nuggets to the convention
Oh, wow.
at 5 in the morning, and then just went up to where the gazebo is and just started handing out chicken nuggets and French fries to everyone.
Nice.
So that's kind of nice.
Yeah, I was planning on going on Saturday, but
Did you get stuck eating pancakes?
I did have pancakes. I did go to my spot and have pancakes, but instead I ended up going out to a local comic book store, Cards, Comics, and Collectibles, whose owner is Mark Nathan, who is the individual who is the founder, runner, and runs Baltimore Comic Con.
Okay. Cool.
And he's been requesting me to come out to his store because he's going to be doing something that he's never done in his store before,
Right.
and that's start selling board games
Okay, cool.
and other gaming stuff. So he wanted some insight and advice. So
Who'd you take with you to provide that?
the what? Oh, they actually provide the
Yeah, to actually provide the insight.
provide the insight and advice.
Yeah.
I took Arik, who works for Diamond, with me. Arik actually is a brand manager and works in purchasing, but he's the Funko rep.
Okay. Right.
So he didn't know anything. He didn't know. But went out there, looked at his space and everything, and kind of saw what his new store looks like, and it's a beautiful setup. It's in an old 1930s movie theater.
Oh, cool.
He just moved into that spot, and it's beautiful.
That sounds great. Was it?
Yeah.
Did it still have was it big and open?
Big and open, yeah.
Right.
The only thing, an original thing from the movie theater that they kept was in the center of the ceiling, they had this big glass, overhead light thing.
Okay. Yep.
That was like a starburst flowery thing that they found it up in the rafters when they were doing the rebuild.
Right. Okay.
And so they didn't want to throw it away, so they cleaned it up and had it refurbished and
Nice.
hung it up in the ceiling. And it's beautiful.
That's cool.
Yeah.
That's really good. Excellent.
Yeah. So gave him some advice, talked about some board games he should be carrying, card games, obviously, and miniatures and such, and accessories, based on his spaces that he has available for it and everything. So,
Right.
yeah, it was nice. But the most important part of this whole process is we had pancakes.
A pancake spot.
Pancakes.
So Mia doesn't know
No.
the pancake story.
Uh-oh.
So on Saturdays, I go to the Joppa Flea Market because it has one of the Amish food markets in it. and the Amish folk there make pancakes and breakfast and stuff.
Amish pancakes?
It's just regular pancakes, but they make it, and you can get. So one of the meals is you can get like 2 pancakes or 3 pancakes, a couple eggs, and some sausage or whatever, or bacon or whatever meat choice you choose, and it's like $6. It's ridiculous. The pancakes are like this big and that thick. I can't. I'm at the point where I can't eat 2 pancakes and the eggs or anything. I have to. I'm down to 1 pancake, 4 eggs, and 2 slices of sausage or 2 bacon wings.
That sounds like a man versus food challenge.
Yeah, it's awesome.
And eat.
Oh, you have an hour to finish this.
Yeah, I can't.
Right, I'm glad you got I'm glad you got your pancakes.
Josh calls them mancakes.
Mancakes.
Brian CP Steele asks us if we need more things to paint. What do you think there,
I
Dave?
almost wore my Dark Age shirt today.
Brian? The answer is actually yes, we do need more things to paint. So
Yes.
we can give Dave some more diversity in painting.
Yep.
Because he doesn't have enough diversity in his painting.
For sure. Really? Another zombie?
Jesus, Rick.
The one thing I'm excited about is Song of Ice and Fire
Oh, yeah.
coming out. It should be fairly well, again, probably March, April,
Yeah.
May kind of time.
It's funny is, people have been able to get these at shows.
Oh, some of the they did some
Didn't they
basically
have?
some show exclusives, I think.
Yeah, I mean, I've actually gotten Jamie Lannister and Rob Stark, I believe.
Okay.
They were New York Comic Con exclusive minis.
Right.
So,
Excellent. Oh,
Yeah.
Last year?
yeah. Oh, but you only got those 2 minis.
Right, okay.
And they were gold and silver
Right, okay.
painted. So you're not going to want to bust them out and prime them and paint them because they are exclusives.
You're not going to want to bust them out. I, on the other hand.
Well, that's true. You, on the other hand. And I'm trying to think what other, like the mountain looks so good
Yeah.
in that miniature set.
Definitely cool. The ones I really want to paint are the House Bolton flayed men, the cavalry.
Yes. Did you back it?
I did.
Okay.
I did.
So this is a Game of Thrones
Miniature game,
game?
miniature
Yeah.
skirmish game, yeah.
Yeah, it's all the literary license
Okay.
rather than the sort of HBO license.
That's fine. I love the books.
Yeah. Yeah.
Amish pancakes are made with magic. Kurt said he backed it as well.
Well, they've previously with some of the when I say previously, I mean 3-4 years ago with the Kumani or Not Kickstarters. They'd start with the sort of the core game, and then each stretch goal that came along would have an extra 10 miniatures in it, kind of thing. So you get to the point where you're getting 200 miniatures for $150.
Wow.
But of course, that didn't work sort of too well for then going through retail. So they've been switching up a lot of the approach to sort of how they sort of put things out. So even though there are loads and loads and loads of possibilities for them to do with A Song of Ice and Fire, they didn't load them all into the Kickstarter, which is really good. So I think even the House Stark and Lannister stuff that they focused on for the Kickstarter, there's going to be more. There are more units to come for each of those.
Oh, wow.
Which will be really good.
Nice.
So anybody who just went in for the Starks,
Right.
there's still going to be a reason for them to go back to the store and pick up more Stark units.
Yeah, Brian says that the 2 that were at New York Comic Con were the only promos so far.
Okay.
Josh
Sounds really
Langley
cool.
says, what's a good paint to get for a first-time minis painter? One of the good ones is the Game Color paints. They have a beginner's starter box. Almost every paint set has a beginner's box. So if you get a beginners from Game Color or from the Army Painter War Paints, even Citadel has a starter box.
Starter sets.
And then Vallejo has starter sets and P3 and...
I'm not sure if P3 has a starter set, but
No.
usually the best thing to go with is something that has a starter set and has an ongoing range in your local store.
Right.
So you can, if you really like some of the colors that come in that starter set, you can really easily pick them up. There's nothing worse than getting excited about a color range and then, oh, what do I have to do? I've got to go online and order it from Europe, or
Right.
so.
The worst.
That's always my recommendation.
Yeah. Also, Brian says, I'll see what I can do in regards to song.
Oh, that'd be sweet.
Yeah. Mini Painting Studio says that he backed it, would like to somehow paint them when they arrive. Also, I miss you, Dave. That's coming from Brian as well.
I miss you too, Mr. CP Steel.
Becky says, I remember when Dave used to take pictures of stuff that other people had painted.
I don't remember that.
Carl says Reaper paints are great too. Reaper paints are great as well. They have, actually at home, I use the Master Series. I think it's called, or Pro Set.
Master Series.
Master Series Reaper at
Master
home.
Series paints.
Yeah. Josh Langley says, thanks, guys. Yeah, Josh. Got to shake these paints up, mix them up.
Oh, what have I done? I've gone and bumped my microphone.
This one's a little. Across the room by accident.
It's like who needs a shake weight? Just order. Just get some freaking
Some paints.
paints and mix them up.
Well, one of the things I was going to say is normally we'd work on one miniature on the show and sort of work through, but I'm working on two at a time here because I've used some washers.
Oh, okay.
So put the wash on this guy and worked on this one. So I can go back and forth so that I don't sort of end up painting over any of the still drying wash areas.
I just do that naturally, I think, because I'm a cosplayer and I'm weird, so I just always do like two things at the same time.
Sort of jump back and forth?
Yeah.
Cool.
I've noticed something about cosplayers in painting.
Yeah.
So, Mia, cosplayer, paints miniatures with us and has done very well with the ones that she's painted with us.
Yep.
Crystal cosplays, painted her first miniature recently.
Right.
One of the D&D ones from WizKids, a druid, in the form of Elsa,
Right. Yep.
looked freaking amazing.
Right.
I was like, why? It's
Because we
here.
paint for a living.
You guys
Like, we
paint
have
all the
to.
time. So, yeah.
The only the difference is this is on a much, much smaller scale.
Yep. But I'm sure that there's also the confidence working with your hands, working with colors, understanding color combinations. I'm sure there's all that sort of element to it as well.
I don't understand.
I don't get it.
I have a hard enough time just dressing myself.
Sadly, this is true. It's a good thing you have a uniform.
Exactly. If you guys saw me on the weekends when I'm not in a shirt like this, you'd be like, Jesus, Rick, go to the store, buy a thing. It's like, because I'll go to, like this past weekend, I was wearing just some shorts. It was like 8 degrees here or whatever this past weekend. And I was wearing shorts and like a sweater, not a sweater top, but like just a long sleeve shirt.
Okay.
Not a button
You were
up,
wearing
shorts. I don't know, I don't even know what the dang shirt's called.
Like one of these shirts?
Yeah, like that, but it had more of a knit look to it.
Oh, okay. Sure.
It did not match. Because my shorts were like these international orange.
Okay.
Orioles orange.
Yep.
And the shirt was like gray and blue.
Okay.
So, my color wheel was just not
You just didn't
lining up.
Hang on. Blue and orange? That's pretty good.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm still stuck
You're
on the fact that
accidentally
you were wearing
stumbling
shorts.
Yep. It was so cold on Saturday that they cancelled the farmers market,
Wow.
Weak.
where I usually go for my Saturday breakfast.
You know what they don't cancel? MagFesty, ever. Even when people pull the fire alarm.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Gaylord has that problem where, like, someone always does that, and it's always the winter cons.
Yep.
You always end up going out in, like, 0-degree weather, and the worst is you see the poor cosplayers in their costumes, and, you know, they're just standing there, like, shivering, and I think last year they had the hotel employees were coming out with tablecloths and, like, trying to give tablecloths to the cosplayers to keep them
yes.
warm.
Wow.
That is hilarious.
I was hoping you were going to say blankets, but
Nope, tablecloths.
tablecloths.
I got lucky. I was doing an interview in one of the rooms on the inside of the thing. So
Okay.
we never even heard the alarm go off.
Okay.
So we come out of the interview and the entire convention's empty because
Right.
everyone's outside. So we walk out, we're like, it's the zombie apocalypse. It's happened, guys. Where is the con?
Where did
All
everybody
that preparation. We're finally ready.
So Thomas Roech, is that his name? Roach? Roach?
I don't know. You're the one reading.
Roache?
Rush.
Roche. Says, great seeing you again, Dave, at PAX Unplugged.
Oh, cool. Yeah. Hi, Thomas.
Painting Mini Studios. Josh says, so does the Dark Souls game kill you over and over like the video game? So when you open the box initially, there's actually a sheet of paper that just says, you're dead. So it kills you immediately. And yes, everybody I know that's played it and the games I've watched played is just brutal. Like it's
Yep.
death all the time. So,
That's what I've heard too. It's constant stream of death.
What's
Peter-
the hardest game?
what?
Oh, go ahead.
What's that?
I was going to say, what is the hardest game to, like, where you just die all the time? As far as...
Life.
I was going to say.
All right.
I was going to say any D&D campaign.
The funny
began
thing is,
by
I
Rick.
was going to say life too.
No, actually, I'm
That's
a
so
very
dark.
generous DM.
You're generous. DM?
Yes, I am all about the storyline. So,
Right.
no, I don't kill people off. Dark Souls is actually pretty brutal. Souls Massive Darkness
Okay.
can be very brutal as well. But there's one, it's all like King's Quest. It's by Ninja Division or something like that. It's, I can't remember what it's called. It's like Arcadia.
Oh, okay,
It's got the
there's-
little chibi miniatures.
There's so Super Dungeon Explorer.
Super Dungeon
from,
Explorer.
From Ninja Division.
Ninja Division, yeah. Super
Yep.
Dungeon Explorer. That's a brutal game, too.
Okay.
Rick, what about a retro day painting some older classic minis? I would love to, and I probably can if I'm going to do it in a way to show off the paints. But if it's a product that we don't distribute, I'm kind of beholden to product that we distribute. But if we did a highlight of taking old minis, using these newer paints, and how to best utilize them with old miniatures, that might be.
That could be a possibility.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll have to
Spin
look
it-
at it. We'll have
spin
to
it
work
that
out
way.
work out the angles.
So, but here's one angle that I would almost work on is the minis for the classic monsters that just came out, the classic monster box set from
yeah.
WizKids that has the Demogorgon and some of the other
Right,
classic
yep.
monsters in there. Doing some repaints on those would be fun.
Yep. That could be cool.
Mark says, I want to cosplay as Dave and maybe my painting will get better. Maybe. Brian says, shirtless Rick? Yeah, I mean, if it's cold enough, I'll go shirtless.
You goddamn polar bear.
I am, man. I love it. I like going out in the cold. It's so nice. Does that mini thing hold square bases too? Okay. Yes, it does. If you look, I'm going to give it the
Gonna pass it over here? Yep.
It shows like right here you can lock in some squares, I believe.
Yeah. So here we go. So yeah, you could put it basically whichever level you wanted to. So at the moment, that's sort of set up for there. You put it on. Sorry, you'd probably put a larger base, maybe 32 millimeter or 40 millimeter base there, but probably couldn't do it with a 20 millimeter square base, but definitely a 25 millimeter square base you could put it in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, without a doubt, you could fit those.
And these are really cool. These are
Sorry.
Citadel
Sorry,
by
Johnny.
Citadel,
Yep.
and they're $8 for one
Absolutely
of those.
crazy.
Right?
Yep.
So if you go to your local game store, if you don't already have one of these, and if they have one in stock, pick it up. It's only $8 to grab one. So, and this base here on this one is slightly bigger than the one I've been painting. So take a look and see if it, yeah, and it goes in there perfect.
Yep. Definitely cool.
Yeah.
One thing that I've seen, one of the reasons that I tend not to use sort of paint miniature holders is that I'm always working on a bunch of different miniatures at a time.
Right.
But I have seen commission painters who went out and bought 10
Yes.
of those so they can have a squad of Space Marines
Yep.
all line up, and just as they move on to the next model, they just pick up the next paint holder and go to town. So
I
definitely
yeah, I like it.
a cool thing. So,
And plus, everybody in the beginning, when I first started painting Happy Little Minis, everybody in the beginning was like, "Why are you touching the mini?" Just yelling at me. It's like, I don't know what am I doing wrong. Does that mini thing? Goes, yeah. I've heard Kingdom Death is a challenge. I would think Kingdom Death I believe would be a challenge as well. Hey, what's
Yep.
up, Walter? Shadowrun Crossfire. Yes, that is a Dead of Winter is super brutal. I've won once. Dungeon Quest is brutal. Don't get this flu. It's terrible. Yeah, I heard the flu right now is killer. It
That's
can
so
hold
bad.
squares, circles, hex, and sculpted bases as well. Maybe someone will make one to print. Oof. Becky also says, I wish I could cosplay as Dave. I can't go shorter than 5 feet, though. Oh. Josh Davis. The top also screws off. You can mount them on candelabra style.
oh yeah, yeah.
What?
That's right. Here we go. I'll show you. Oops.
I didn't know that.
See the paintbrush roll across the table there. I'm going to take the miniature out first.
My bad.
There we go. So you take that off,
Okay.
and then if you've got like a tank or something else that you're working on, you can drill a small hole in, screw it onto the
Oh, wow.
holder.
Nice.
So yeah, definitely cool.
Man,
I'd forgotten about that part.
good job, guys. Citadel. Games Workshop.
Nice.
Miniature.
All right, what color would you make his little skirt sash thing?
We got blue there. Probably another, like, black or brown.
Black or brown?
What do you think, Dave?
I think if you, either something dark, or I actually tend to say the sort of that bone color they've used
Yeah.
around the, sort of up around like on the coif.
Yeah.
It's called.
Look at Dave dropping the knowledge over here. Coif.
Yeah, he's got the terms.
It's one of those
Is that
words
it?
you just like, coif.
Coif. Well, usually, if it had been chainmail,
Yeah.
I would have been like, certainly it's coif, but,
Yeah.
but it's not chainmail, so I'm not sure if that continues. It carries through.
Let's ask the everybody out there watching, does it carry over? Invite more people to come watch us as we paint. What did you guys, besides MagFest and everything, what did you guys get into this past weekend?
That's a good question.
Yeah. And what did you guys all do this weekend? All y'all out there watching.
I think I froze.
Oh, Jesus.
I did MagFest and then recovering from food poisoning.
That's right. Anything exciting happened in your life since the last time you were on here?
I got engaged.
Oh,
What?
Congratulations.
Man.
Yee.
No, it's awesome.
Excellent.
Yes. Engaged to Justin, the man. Justin's a great guy, ladies and gentlemen.
Just the man,
Yeah.
not the myth, the legend.
No, he hasn't
He's
hit the
getting to that
mythological
part.
level yet. He's almost
Okay.
there.
Okay.
But
That's cool.
he's a good dude.
Yeah.
And he's a fanboy. in his own right.
Well, definitely because we like marathoned Harry Potter over. That was our New Year's thing was we marathoned Harry Potter.
Oh my God.
We're dorks.
I mean, that's true. Yes.
That's what makes us awesome, though.
Right. I actually watched Black Mirror. Have you guys been watching this?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What the heck?
Black Mirror is awesome.
It's one of those shows though. You like watch an episode and you're like, all right, I need to process this and like
Yep.
sit back for a minute.
Yeah. Because it really does highlight a lot of the things going on in our society now that it could lead down that path.
Oh yeah.
You know, with social media, with integrated computer systems for virtual reality.
Yep.
I think it was last season they did like a social media one about likes. And,
Yeah.
like, people's ratings, and that hit me like so because like my whole business I'm being online and everything is all about your
Yep.
presence online and how liked you are and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
And so watching that, I was like, oh, that's just so scary about how real that could be.
Yeah. That was
So,
pretty amazing.
The actress who was the one trying to get all the likes and stuff
Yep.
was Ron Howard's daughter.
Really?
Is that,
Mhm. Richie Cunningham's daughter.
Jessica Chastain.
Bryce Dallas Howard.
Pardon? Bryce Dallas Howard. Of course, Ron Howard. Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No, that's funny
Mistake.
because I know that a lot of people mix those two up.
But yeah. No, that was a great episode. Really enjoyed that one.
I was really impressed with the Starship
Right.
one as well. And rumor has it that episode might spin a sequel.
Really?
Or
Oh,
a
Oh, it's
Spin-off.
a series?
spin-off.
A spin-off series?
based on that crew.
Right.
Yeah.
That would be funny.
I mean, I'd watch it because I thought it was a really good episode.
Yep.
So
Yeah, I already marathoned it though. They need more episodes. 6
Right.
episodes. Okay, I mean, that lasted.
I think
Yeah.
the last episode I watched last evening was the Black Museum,
Oh, okay. Yep.
where the guy basically had like a little artifact from each of the previous episodes in there, and then a couple new things.
Yep.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. But the one that really was freaky for me was Crocodile. Where
Right.
the lady was killing everybody.
Yeah.
What? Is that a spoiler?
Spoiler.
Yeah, I do that.
Just like admitting, you're like, yeah.
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 Not
I'm
even
terrible.
gonna
I'm a
deny
terrible
that.
person.
I'm that guy.
Harry Potter is awesome at Universal.
Oh, at
Brian
Universal,
says,
yeah.
Brian says congrats for
Thank
for
you.
the engagement. Walter, if you get a chance to go try a butterbeer, absolutely. Bryce Dallas Howard. Are those Dark Souls minis from WizKids
They
as
don't
well?
let you put
Steve, these are
alcohol in
not from
them.
WizKids. These are from Steamforge. And they're part of the Dark Souls miniature board game.
Yep.
Yeah, butterbeer at Universal is amazing,
Mm-hmm.
but they don't spike it for you.
What?
I was like, can I get some tequila in mine? Like, I was like, he's like, no, we're not allowed to modify the butterbeer, but I can sell you a drink, and I can sell you the butterbeer. And what happens when my back is turned? And I'm like, you are the best bartender ever. But then I got it, and I was like, I don't want to ruin my butterbeer without, I just wanted the butterbeer.
And now Disney is looking over all footage of you at the park and looking at that interaction and firing that guy.
Oh, no.
That's what I said.
It's not quite what you said. But
Is it not quite right?
I don't think so.
Dang it. Universal.
Johnny's going to roll back the tape and fire.
Blooper reel for you.
Excellent.
Oh, there's one. There's
Oh, I
actually
know,
a
I
couple.
saw it.
Just one?
It was amazing.
No, there's a couple blooper reels of my work here.
I prefer to think of every episode of Painting Happy Little Minis as a blooper reel.
That's accurate.
Yeah.
That is possibly the most accurate statement we've heard today.
I do what I can.
No, but I made a really good blooper reel for Rick when we were at, was it Alliance Open House, Rick?
Yes, it was.
Yeah. And like it was segments in between when we were shooting, and it's just nothing but like Rick like insulting me and belittling me.
Oh yeah, that was a good one.
It was
Not that like you being insulted was a good thing, but I
went
mean.
home and
And by insulting and belittling him, it was all an act for humor's sake.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That's what he's saying now.
that's good to hear.
You're just saying that because the
Johnny, we're going
camera's
to
on.
talk after this.
Well, if we're gonna talk after this, I'm gonna keep the cameras rolling so I can make another reel for you.
Yeah.
I'm just gathering evidence at this point.
Nice.
Good idea.
I'm a nice guy.
I don't know. If you have to tell me you're a nice guy.
Sure.
Uh-oh.
That's what we're supposed to
Brian
say,
says he's
right?
got to bounce. Pick up the boy child paint on, folks. We will, Brian, and enjoy. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks for watching.
Michael says, Michael Lloyd Trevino says, Mia off the market? I'm out. Just kidding.
Aww.
And he goes, shave the head again, Rick. I probably will. I'm noticing that this particular area right here, I just got to accept the fact it's just not going to be as glorious as it used to be.
Wigs.
I'll never have that kind of coif.
I must admit, I have seen the photos, and it was glorious.
Yeah, there was a time.
I have 2 boxes of wigs at my house.
I'm not wearing a wig.
That would be really weird seeing you with hair.
Seen me with hair?
Yeah, like with a lot of hair though, like with
Oh.
long hair. 'Cause I've always seen you with short hair.
Or
like-
no hair.
Or no hair.
Yeah.
I don't know if I could deal with long hair.
Yeah.
I mean, Rick right now is kind of looking like the before photo for a hair club for men.
That's true. I am. It's like, yeah, it's starting to thin on top. I could just take this brown here and just be like, paint it in.
Then you'd look like the after photo.
Right?
That's a terrible thing to say.
But accurate.
Yeah,
I mean, they can't.
that's all I do. Terrible and accurate.
Oh, it's all in jest.
Is it? So says the drop bear.
Not that old chestnut.
Google how to make it at home. It was a hit for my Christmas dinner. The butterbeer.
Oh, okay.
Ah.
Yeah. Walter says gamers are good actors. Mark, will Dave be doing anything new for his Custodes army, seeing as the new codex is here?
I am not sure. And I haven't painted anything for my own personal Custodes army for a while. Been working on the big commission for Dave Kaufman. So I'm almost played out on gold
Okay.
and red and that sort of thing. So I probably need to take a little break for it for a while.
Okay.
But no doubt, Dave will probably ask me to paint some of the new stuff that Games Workshop's going to be releasing.
Okay. Michael says that I need to just accept the baldness.
Yep.
And I have.
Go with it.
I have, yeah. And Walter says I need to put matches in it like Yellowbeard. Nope.
Glitter beard.
I am not doing a glitter beard. Mini Painting says, found a white beard hair today, right before the 28th birthday. You're a hair appliance. Oh my God, her face. The face of intense concentration.
I realized my tongue's sticking out, and I'm like, oh my God, I'm making like the stupidest faces, please.
Rick, can we just shave your beard and then transplant it onto your head? With some like glue or something?
Um,
Can you do one of those
I got
video
spirit
tricks
gum.
where you turn his head upside down?
Or I'm
How
like
cool
the
would that
kid
be?
from, what is that from? Is it Family Guy?
Yeah, Family Guy.
Yeah, where his mouth is up here. What are you looking at?
Oh yeah.
His
There you
dad's like
go.
the news anchor.
Yeah, Tom Tucker.
Tom Tucker.
I think I don't like this color scheme. No, this is all wrong. I don't like that. Now suddenly I got like a French accent. I'm like, no,
It is not for
this
me.
is not good. Your outfit is all wrong.
I also think it's funny is like they talk about your face of concentration. Dave has a face of concentration too, and I'm over here.
What's my face of concentration?
You're just-
like. That's my normal face.
Hey, Richard Morris. He goes, love and miss your face, Rick. Same, Richard. Richard has gotten pretty good at doing armor builds with foam in the cosplay arena.
Oh, nice.
He used to be in North Carolina when I lived there. Now I believe he lives in the Georgia area.
Very cool. Foam is amazing. So much cheaper than Warbler.
Michael says, Rick, I don't know if I can ask, where is your shop? Want to take a trip with the fam and meet the crew in game? Well, we're not a store or a shop in that capacity. We're actually just a studio here in Timonium, Maryland. And so we're not really a store or anything like that. We're just a media outlet for Alliance Game Distributors and Diamond Comic Distributors. So I wish we had a storefront. That'd be cool. But if you do want to take a trip up this way, just let me know, and I'll say hi and stuff. But there is the Pop Culture Museum, Jeppy Entertainment Museum, downtown Baltimore, that if you're in the Baltimore area, you should check it out. It's freaking amazing. It's got so much cool stuff from all sorts of pop culture. TV, movies, video games, comic books. They have an Action Comics 1, a Detective Comics 27 in the museum. Lots of cool stuff. You should check that out.
Yep. And just around the corner from us is Titan Games and Hobbies.
That's right.
That you could then, after you visited Rick here, head
Over
to
there.
and
Yeah,
play some games.
that's right. Walter said, can we literally buy Rick a lace weave so he can go full 80s hair metal? And Walter says that is where his strength comes from. No mullet, though. I have a mullet. Actually, I do have a mullet wig, a blonde mullet wig, and I have an orange crush, like trucker cap that I
Yeah.
wear on it when I want to go all true
The
redneck.
kiss whiskers.
The kiss whiskers. Oh, my God.
Because he's going to
Cue
go like
sad
all like
music.
80s and like big hair. He's got to have like the kiss whiskers.
Buy him pancakes with maple syrup. I mean, straight to my heart with the pancakes and maple syrup. Because that is my jam.
Excellent. That's cool.
Johnny's in here running cameras, running the switcher. He's doing all the things today.
He's the only one working.
That's true.
Yeah.
Theoretically.
All this work.
That's why we like him. Okay, it's one of the reasons.
It's one of the reasons.
It's one of the reasons. we
Don't want to give him like too many like things to go to his head.
like him.
It's funny as Dave's probably almost done with his miniature.
Well, it's the thing. You got to try and get it done within, 5 minutes to go. Should have known as soon as you mentioned it. I was like, you have to speed up a little bit.
Okay, I don't like color.
Or tacos and tequila.
Tequila and tacos, what?
You can come visit the Costa's lunch at my favorite restaurant. Everybody wants lunch.
That sounds good.
I actually ate lunch before shooting today, so I'm not going to be like all like last week when we were talking about pancakes.
When you're
Oh
endlessly
my
talking
God.
about pancakes, I was like, shut up about the pancakes.
I couldn't.
I know.
And here we are back on it.
You still can't finish talking about pancakes.
Right? They're so good.
To make you eat so many pancakes that you're sick.
Nope. Would never
Yeah.
happen.
No?
No.
Okay.
Reason why.
Yeah.
So my grandparents used to own a lumber mill
Right.
in the Upper Peninsula of Michigan back in the 60s, 70s, and 80s.
Yep.
And when I was a wee lad, I'd go up there and I would work the lumber mill.
Can you imagine that? Rick is a wee lad.
And
We? I don't.
Yeah.
I don't.
Swear there's
legitimately had pancakes for every morning
Yep.
while we're there. And I still love them.
I still picture like Rick as like a 5 foot tall kid though.
What?
Like
in your
a five-
mind's
a-
eye?
Like in my mind's eye.
A 5 foot tall toddler.
The giant man diaper.
I wasn't going to go down that path.
Why?
I did not want to imagine that.
Oh man, now there's a mental image that's stuck in my head. Great.
Rick says that's your Christmas bonus, Johnny.
Yes. Don't be upset. Accept it. All right.
I'm just scared that the next trip that we go on, that he's gonna make that a reality.
Oh yeah. When is the next one? What's the next one? Gamma.
Gamma for us as a crew
Yep.
is our next trip. Toy Fair is coming up as well,
All right.
which is like the 16th through the 19th or something like that of February. But I don't think we will be attending Toy Fair. Some people from our organization obviously will, but I don't
Yep.
think Comic Wow and Game Trade Media will be
Okay.
in attendance. Which I know breaks everybody's heart. All right, we are. Oops.
Almost at the buzzer.
Yeah. What time we got there? All
3
right.
minutes.
Wow.
Better hustle.
Gotta get done before Rick.
Yep.
It's not hard. I
And you had a head start too, so cheater.
I tried to start before the cameras were rolling, but it's just not in the cards for me.
Cheaters never prosper.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that you're a cheater, Rick. But
I just tried to start before the cameras. That's all.
It was just implied.
I think it's funny is I almost never finish a miniature during one of these broadcasts in the hours time frame. But I was painting the rat hordes or the rat swarm miniatures
Okay.
from WizKids at home, and I finished like 6 of them in an hour.
Yeah. Yeah.
But they were really easy.
Well,
It's
I
just-
guess you weren't having to check the chat, see how things were going.
Yeah, I mean,
Was there somebody there hurling abuse at you?
my roommates.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
and we were watching something. I can't remember what it was. Probably Grey's Anatomy
Right.
or something like that. Ugh.
No wonder you were focused on the
On the miniatures.
paintings.
Yeah. Yeah.
Go.
There we go. So,
Yep.
Greg, they are paint by numbers. How do you think I can even do this? It's ridiculous. Gotta go. Hey, Carl, have a good one. Meetings and such. Thanks, guys. Steve says, how long have you been painting minis, Rick and Dave? Dave's been painting them for 100 years?
102.
Right.
The gray hair will give that away.
Right.
Yeah.
Now, you started in the
27 years, 26, 27 years, somewhere there.
I know that I painted my very first miniature in 1987. I was a
Right.
junior in high school.
There you go.
Or no, yeah, 87.
And then you stopped painting for a long time?
Then I stopped painting for a long time because of going in the military and doing all that stuff.
Yep.
I painted some in 2000, a bunch of Knolls for a big RPGA event that I was having in Hawaii. And then I started painting again just recently, January-ish of this year.
Last year.
Or last year, yeah. So we've almost been doing this a year.
That's crazy. Well, you have.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
Painting Happy Blue Minis is almost a year old, Johnny.
This is like episode 84, I think.
Jesus.
Wow.
We're not even syndicated.
Not yet. Have you been trying to get syndication?
Are these figures 3D printed? I do not know, as they are from Steamforge. I'm sure they don't 3D print for their board games because that would just take forever to get miniatures made.
I'm pretty sure they were digitally sculpted.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's one of the funny things. A lot of people refer to like digital sculpting as 3D sculpting.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, so what's traditional sculpting is also three-dimensional sculpting.
Right.
So, here we go.
All right, let's take a
Oh,
look.
hang on. No. Sorry, I just realized. Got to paint the base.
Uh-oh.
It's
Oh,
not
wait.
finished
It's all
until
about
then.
the base.
Yeah.
Oh, we gotta do the base.
We didn't have to, but I got a friend who refers to the sort of the final step of painting around the edge of the base as the victory lap.
Oh.
Once you've conquered the miniature,
Should we do it in black?
I always do those in black because it keeps the focus on the mini.
Yeah, very, very true. Let's see, is there black?
Oh, sorry, there's some black.
Oh,
If you want.
awesome.
It's kind of strange going into it. I thought I was going to finish off the knight first, and then sort of putz around with the zombie. But
Right.
the zombie got finished first.
Yeah.
Kind of surprising. So, one last thing, Johnny. Almost done. I painted on some rusty bits for the
Rusty bits.
on his helmet and sword.
Okay.
And I'm just hitting it with a little bit of sort of a bright silver on the edges,
Nice.
just to act as a bit of sort of nice contrast for that rust.
Put mine up there so people can look at, how I didn't get mine done yet.
It never gets old. There we go.
All right.
Oh, he looks great. Very
It's
cool.
coming around. Not too bad.
Yeah. I think if you hit the silver with a little like a nice sort of thin down black wash,
Yeah.
that'll really sort of pick that out. But you still keep the brightness there. Which would be cool.
Craig says, been a long time, Rick. It's good seeing you live.
Oh, that looks really good.
Same, Craig. Josh Neal says, I love seeing people do what they love. Thanks, Josh. Thanks for joining us.
Dude, your zombie looks really good.
Josh Langley asks, are you guys at Origins? Yes, we will be at Origins with the Game Trade Magazine, and media will be set up at Origins. We may be doing a big interview booth there, and you're doing a bunch of stuff at Origins, right?
Origins, I haven't talked about Origins,
Okay.
Origins yet. But I'll be doing a bunch of stuff at Adepticon in March.
Adepticon, yes.
So it's like a week or two after.
That's March 22nd, 23rd, 24th?
24th, 25th.
Yeah.
Yep. I know it's that weekend because it's my daughter's birthday.
And this is Mia's.
Oh, cool.
There we go.
Oh, it looks a lot better in the light in the camera. I'm like, yeah.
There you go.
Oh, thank
Yeah,
you.
that guy looks amazing.
The,
Same weekend as Adepticon, where you're at Adepticon, it's Unpub
Right.
here in Hunt Valley.
Hunt Valley. All right.
So I'll be there.
Just up the street.
Yeah.
Yep.
And also, so you guys know, we will be doing some cool stuff in March. I've got Christian from Osprey Games that make Frostgrave.
Yep.
He's going to be in studio with the creator of Frostgrave,
Oh, Joe McCulloch.
and they're going to be here, and we're going to do some playthroughs of Frostgrave. So we're probably going to have to look at some Frostgrave miniatures and prep an army
That
or a
sounds like
squad for
sounds like a
that
plan.
that meeting. Knowles. And
Knowles.
then
The Knoll Band. Fantastic.
and then the 21st and the 22nd of March, which is right, the day after they go,
Yep.
Renegade Game Studios is going to be in,
Okay.
and we're going to be doing. We're going to be looking at a game coming out, a role-playing game that they're coming out with this year,
Right.
called Overlight.
Okay.
They announced it at Gen Con last year. I've actually had the opportunity to do a play test of it.
Yeah.
It's a lot of fun, and so we're going to be doing a sit down with the creator of Overlight.
Excellent. You haven't mentioned it to me before. What's the genre again? Is it?
Um,
Or can you say?
I don't. I mean,
Because you can. They announced it at Gen Con.
They announced that the game Overlight will be coming out at Gen Con. What kind of genre would I put it in?
Come on, pigeonhole it. Pigeonhole it.
I mean, I don't want to do that.
Put it in five different
Sci-fi
groups.
fantasy,
Sci-fi fantasy.
but not futuristic and not medieval.
Okay, sure. I got you.
Okay,
I can see exactly where that is.
yeah, it's such a different. You've never seen it before. That's all I can say. I've played almost every RPG that's out there.
Yep.
Never seen anything like it.
Okay.
So it's going to be really cool. It uses a whole new mechanic for everything. So it's going to be a lot of fun to be able to show you guys that as well. So stay tuned for that.
Yeah.
Very
But the
cool.
big thing,
Yeah.
go to your local game store.
Definitely.
Yes. And if you aren't painting miniatures, begin painting miniatures by going to your local game store, find out what kind of paints are available, what miniatures are available, and start painting them. Pick up Dark Souls, the board game, if it's available on the shelves. I say if because I know that it sells out quick when it's on the shelf.
It does.
So if you can get a copy, grab it, paint those miniatures and play it. It's a lot of fun. And yeah, so support your friendly local game store. And I'm Rick,
I'm Mia.
I'm Dave.
and we'll see you at the game store.
Yep.
Don't forget to subscribe to Game Trade Media. Leave a like and comment on what videos you'd like to see next.